And we're back. Coming into the final runs. This is Awesome Games Done Quick 2022 online. Okay, the hype got away from me there. I think we're all right. I got one more good donation, though. Yablek sent in $1,000. Donation counter go... Whoa, 2.6. Whoa, when did 2.6? We did that? That happened. 2.6. Okay, hold on. Deltarune, 345,000. Oh, so many things. All right, it's going fast. We're going fast. Now, let's get fast into this next run. I am ready for it. Msushi back again, showing us Portal 2. I'm so hyped for this. Get it done, my friend.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Awesome Games Done Quick 2022. My name is Msushi, and I shout so hypily. I don't think that's an adjective, but or adverb, in fact. He introduced me there, and we're going to get right into Portal 2 here. We're going to start out with a 5-minute cutscene, so I have so much time to talk to you guys, get to know each other, and time's going to start in 3, 2, 1, go. Awesome. So that's a bit sudden, but you might recognize this container here. I personally don't. When we do PV attempts of Portal 2, we actually skip this with a community-made save, so this is a marathon exclusive. And we're going to calibrate their surroundings, look up and down. But I can kind of all do this in the background, and I can sit down and talk to you guys. First of all, if you guys didn't notice, this run kind of appeared out of nowhere. Wasn't on the schedule about 8 hours ago, and boy was I excited to watch Sekiro and Deltarune tonight. And all of a sudden, I got a DM from the AGDQ Games Committee, hey, do you want to run Portal 2? Well, that made my night a little less cozy. I was going to get all snuggled up in a blanket and watch some awesome speedruns. Apparently, they make me perform these speedruns, so a little disappointing, but a little exciting at the same time. So I hope you guys enjoyed this last-minute edition. And we're going to head back to bed here. Maybe sleep for a couple thousand years, oversleep our alarm, because this room is going to look a lot different.
Good morning. You have been in suspension for 99999.
Anyone catch the number of 9s? Because that was a long time. Anyways, here's Chapter 1, the courtesy call, as we're introduced to Wheatley. He is going to try and get us out of the situation of being in this room with a dead plant and a non-functional TV. So as we do that, I get to talk about Portal 2. Portal 2 is a puzzle platformer game. You may or may not have heard of it. It has some cakes, it has some lemons. I heard a particular man named Cave Johnson is in it. We might hear a bit more from him later. And from a speedrunning perspective, it's on the Source engine. You might have heard of bunny hopping. You'll see a lot of this run. It's our main movement mechanic as we go around walls and corridors and catwalks and such. You'll also see wall strafing, where we'll hug walls, and that makes this go a little bit faster. And you'll also see speed wall strafing, where we kind of hug walls, but also jump at the same time, and it's really, really fast. Once we get the portal gun, you'll see some cool glitches like reportals. We'll be shooting a portal while going through a portal, and it gives us a cool little speed boost. Also, there's super reportals, which we'll get there when we get there, and a ton of awesome glitches that I'm so excited to show off, as we're kind of giving Wheatley some intense eye contact here. But yeah, and the big disclaimer I have to say about the Portal 2 speedrun, as we say apple by jumping up and down, Wheatley explains to us that's not how we use our vocal cords, but quite frankly, I do not care. Anyways, the biggest thing that I will talk about all the time throughout this Portal 2 run is dialogue. If you've played this game before, you know the writing is hysterical, it's awesome. It's what set this puzzle game apart from so many other puzzle games. And the game knows that. So, as a fun fact, the game won't let you end certain levels until the dialogue is finished talking. So a lot of times in levels, we're not going to try to solve the chamber as fast as possible. We're just going to try to solve whatever triggers the ending dialogue. And we can kind of exploit that in some levels as we go on later, but in the speedrun a lot, we're going to be waiting in elevators for certain cues to enter the elevator because we're prohibited by that dialogue. Might not make might not make too much sense right now, but once we get some actual applications, I'll show it to you guys. But for right now, Wheatley is going to try to navigate our container over into the testing track. And while we're crashing and banging all around, shout if you want to read some donations.
Oh yeah, I got you. Shifter sent in $25. Congrats to Msushi for going back in time and retroactively getting a Portal 2 run approved. Also, Bakuman84 sends in $5. Lots of luck, Msushi. You still show a lot of happiness for your runs, and we appreciate you. Keep going fast.
Thanks, Baku.
And Makio sent in $250. The donation is not a lie, but this is cake.
On the other side of that wall.
Also, what's going on with Deltarune? Over 360,000. Wow.
Oh my gosh. Get it done.
I think this is a docking station. Get ready.
You can read a couple more.
All right. Here's one we can all relate to. Man in Awe sent in $500.
Good news.
Wow.
That is not
Just
a docking
wow.
station. So there's one mystery solved. I'm gonna attempt a
What else do we
manual
have
override
here?
on this wall.
Kitty Cat sent in $50.
Hold on.
All aboard the Deltarune Determination Train. Choo choo!
Remember, you're looking for a gun that makes
And
holes,
$210 from
not
Space
holes.
Boot. This week can't be over already. Let's meet that incentive. It just jumped another $3,000 since I glanced at it. It's
Oh my
going.
gosh.
Keep it coming, please.
Hello, and again, welcome to
All
the
right.
Aperture Science.
Well, thank you so much,
Enrichment
Shout. And
We are
now
currently
we're on the
experiencing
testing track.
technical
It's a little old and
difficulties due to
decayed.
circumstances of
These first couple of tests,
potentially
well, we don't even have the
beyond
portal
our
gun yet,
control.
but once we do, we'll
However,
only have the
thanks
blue
to
portal.
emergency testing
And how
protocols,
rude of myself, I
testing
didn't
can
even
continue. These
introduce.
pre-recorded messages
You
will
might have
provide
recognized me before. I ran
instructional
Portal
motivational
Reloaded
support
yesterday
so
at
that
Awesome
science
Games
can
Done
still be
Quick,
done,
which
even
is
in
the
the
mod
event
with a
of
third portal.
environmental, social,
If you didn't
economic,
watch
or
it,
structural collapse.
it's really confusing, but it's a good watch. I recommend it.
Emergency
Thankfully,
testing
this one will be a little
begin
less
in 3,
confusing. We only have 2.
1.
And we're not quite traveling through time, but as the first portals open, we're off. And yeah, before I talk about the importance of dialogue, here we're going to do a small dialogue skip.
Even in a dire emergency. If
We need to go through that fizzler right when the announcer says emergency.
Are very slim.
And fun fact, I actually didn't get it. So that's a great way to start off the run. We're going to lose about 6 seconds as you're just waiting here in this elevator. The game thinks dialogue is going, but we were so fast we interrupted the narrator. A ton of weird shenanigans like that.
Running down your neck.
But if you thought putting a cube on a button was interesting, now we're doing it with portals. Yeah, hit the button, put the blue one there. Beautiful. Get this cube, bring it over here, and boop, there's that cube there. Bunny hop over to the door. This ground is really weird to bunny hop on. It has weird slopes and props and all that. The Aperture Science test chambers are kind of in a destroyed state right now, so it makes it a bit annoying to navigate. But and yeah, we're waiting in the elevator right here for a certain cue in the dialogue. There's something called fades. We call them fades in Portal 2. Essentially, that's the act of the screen fading out, and we transition to the next level. It's sort of like a cycle in a video game, where the game checks about every second to see if the dialogue is over, and we just want to minimize as much downtime in the elevators. Anyways, we're gonna fall down this pit, pick up the portal gun, which is a lovely purple.
Also, are you alive? That's important.
And here's another dialogue skip. We're gonna cut off Wheatley by leaving this platform at a certain time.
I'm just gonna wait for you up ahead.
Right when he says wait, you can see we actually cut off the announcer, and that saves around 10 seconds. So again, dialogue is the name of the game. But that's the name of the game if you really want to get into speedrunning. More of the name of the game, we have some awesome portal glitches coming up, and this next chamber, smooth jazz. I'll let it play out. You gotta hear the jazz. You won't hear it for very long,
This
but...
next test is very dangerous. To help you remain tranquil in the face of almost certain death, smooth jazz will be deployed in 3, 2, 1. You have trapped yourself. Congratulations.
Yeah, I hope you enjoyed it while it lasted, but there we did a glitch where we pushed the cube through the door. By putting a portal right on the edge of the door, the cube will think it's going through a portal's hitbox when it's in fact going through a completely solid door. And because the chamber is impossible to solve, when the cube is stuck behind that door, the game will open it for you. Makes it idiot-proof, which is nice for us. And speaking of cubes, we're going to catch that one after it falls through our blue portal. Makes this chamber super quick and easy.
You are not alone. All Aperture Science personality
and again, waiting right in front of the elevator, just to answer any questions. We're not crouching right in front of the elevator to do anything. We're just waiting. I could bunny hop around the elevator for ages if we wanted to. It's just kind of a force of habit.
This next test
and here's Future Starter. We're going to do the same cube shenanigans. We're going to portal on it, on the cube, and then it falls through the portal, so we'll catch it. And in the second part of this chamber, we're going to do a button glitch. By walking on the button for exactly 1 frame or 1 tick, which I didn't quite land the setup there. We'll try again. Beautiful, that platform will stay open even though there's no cube on it. It's a cool, nifty little glitch. I also didn't explain too well. I will use the term ticks, which is basically equivalent to what you might know as frames. Portal 2 runs at a tick rate of 60, so the game does 60 physics calculations every second.
To ensure that sufficient power
And if you thought that glitch was pretty cool, in this chamber, secret panel, we're going to do something called the pancake shot. It's quite a particular lineup, so I'm going to focus for just a second as I'm going to look at those numbers in the top left corner of my screen. You might not be able to see them right now, but I'm lining them up very particularly, and there we go. We shot through this massive door there, and that skips about a 1-minute cutscene. It's called the pancake shot because there's a seam in that door that we can shoot through, and it has been dubbed flatter than a pancake. Hence the name Pancake Skip, or Pancake Shot. And more glitches as we're going on to the wake-up map here. This is a pretty iconic level, where a lot of the story is going to wake up here as GLaDOS, who is currently lying on the ground right now there. We're going to accidentally wake her up.
She's off. Don't panic over. She's off.
And we're going to do one of the more cooler glitches in the run that's quite recently became viable for speedruns.
Still held. Still being held. That's a great job.
And that is called the Bets Rider.
I just looked down.
But we won't do it for another 45 seconds or so, so shout if you want to read a donation or two.
Main breaker room.
Absolutely. I got you covered. Let's see. I've got $33.33 from Concussion. The Enrichment Center would like to remind you that Deltarune incentive must be met in order to achieve more science. You please continue to perform donations and you will get cake.
Can you see it anywhere? I can't see it anywhere.
Also, Professor Shinobi sent in $25. A haiku. I don't need speed runs. I need Spider-Man photos. He's a menace, folks.
God. He's quoting God.
Thank you. Quite the beautiful haiku. Anyways, here we're going to do a trick called the Bets Rider, where we're going to want to jump out of this tube. Once we get lifted up to the top of the surface of the chamber, there's a massive invisible wall. So we need to land a perfectly timed jump, and we're also going to do what's called a pause boost. By pausing the frame before we hit down, and I actually got that first try, which is awesome, you can get a massive boost, and we're now on the floor of the chamber. We should not be here. And we're going to set up a physics glitch on this incinerator, which will make sense once the cutscene further progresses, but we're going to line ourselves up on this clipboard. We want to be standing on top of it, but it's super finicky because we can't pick up items in this level because it's a cutscene level. But hopefully we stand right on this clipboard here and we touch nothing and it'll all work. This trick saves about 6 to 10 seconds if you get it, so it's quite a cool glitch. But it also has awesome repercussions later on in the run, which if I get, we'll get to see. Yeah, the cutscene's unraveling over there. We don't care too much. We're over here sitting on our clipboard on top of this incinerator. And GLaDOS is gonna somehow pick us up. We're gonna teleport across the level. Wonderful. But anyways, the point of getting out of that early was because that incinerator will actually open 6 seconds before GLaDOS drops us in. But if we're able to stand on top of the clipboard, we fall down the incinerator instantly. A little confusing, but it's really cool if we get it, because you will literally see Chell, the player, in third person fall into the incinerator. So fingers crossed we get this, because if we do get it, I get to show you guys even more cool stuff. So here's the grand reveal. There she is, falling down in, and that is the Bets Rider glitch. And now listen. You skipped the cutscene 6 seconds earlier. What's the worst that could happen? What's the worst that could happen? We have invincibility. We cannot take damage. Just to show it off, I'm going to jump in the fire right at the start of this level, and we are not going to die. We can't die from turrets, from lasers, from goo, from kill triggers. We're immortal for the rest of the speedrun.
Here we are.
And I'm going to showcase it off right here.
Be careful.
Jump in the water. This isn't water, this is fire, but it might as well be water. Take a quick swim. The game's orange right now, because that's just what fire looks like. But that's not part of the level, so we'll get back to actually playing the game.
Over any parts of me that didn't get completely burned.
And this is the incinerator level. We're gonna get the dual portal gun here.
The dual portal device should be around here somewhere. Once you find it, we can start testing. Just like
and we're gonna quickly shoot some portals to navigate through this level. Look up here to get a dialogue skip, which I did get. Very nice.
With me.
And GLaDOS will say some snarky remarks as we get to another elevator.
There's nothing to stop us from testing. For the rest of your life.
So yeah, so
after that, who knows?
Just for a reminder again, we have invincibility for the rest of the run, and that is because by ending that last level 6 seconds earlier, the game is stuck in a cutscene state. The cutscene never ends, and during cutscenes, the player can't die. So we kind of preserve that state for the rest of the run. And surprisingly, we're only going to talk about it in 2 more levels. There are 62 levels in the game, but invincibility is only useful in 2. Really only 1. It actually loses time in 1 level and saves time in another. I know, invincibility loses time. That's how crazy this speedrun is going to get.
This next test involves
But coming on here, we have some trivial puzzles.
I just finished building them.
I mean, it's quite simple. All we have to do is grab the cube and put it on the button.
Here come the test
Not that much
results.
different from Chapter 1, honestly.
You are a horrible
Pretty much the same.
person. That's what it says. A
I'm glad he'll call us a horrible
We
person.
weren't
Lovely.
even testing for that.
And here in the next chamber, it's called dual lasers. We're going to use something called the laser switch glitch. There are 2 laser receivers we need to activate, but if we switch portals between them, they say activated for exactly 1 frame, or 1 tick, and that 1 tick is enough to open the door for us. So even though there's a receiver here and here, all we need is to switch that portal, and it'll open the door for us, which is quite cool.
Pack on a few pounds.
And quickly in this next chamber, this is called Laser Over Goo, and the strategy we're going to do here is called the Wet Maker. And it is called that because if you fail it, you get wet. It's a really cool reportal glitch. We're going to toss up a cube, kind of juggle it in midair, and cross a massive gap. It looks a little something like this.
Whatever it is you do when you're not destroying this facility.
Beautiful.
I'll give you credit.
Yeah, clearing
I
all
guess
that
you
gap
are
plan on that
listening to
platform.
me. But for the record,
And that skips the
you don't have
entire
to go
laser
that slowly.
shenanigans in that level. And we're gonna keep trekking along. This next level called Catapult Intro, I talked earlier about how dialogue is so important. In this game, we're going to trick the dialogue because it will start the ending dialogue when a physics object is on the ending button. Now you'd expect for that to be a cube, but if we throw a camera on that button, you can see GLaDOS will switch off her speech and she'll start the ending dialogue. Putting a camera on that button actually saves around 10 seconds, which doesn't make any sense at all. But GLaDOS, quite frankly, doesn't know the difference between cameras and cubes, so saves us time.
I thought that was interesting.
And yeah, then all we do is fly on the aerial faith plates. They give you a massive speed boost in a certain direction. And they're pretty cool to solve puzzles with. They're a lot of fun.
Advanced aerial faith plates. Well, have fun soaring through
And we're
the
gonna
air
see more
without
of them
a care
here.
in the world.
This level is
I'll
called
have to
Trust
live with a
Fling.
wing that was made entirely of glass and pick up 15 acres of
And we kind of have to
broken glass
trust that these panels
by
aren't going to
myself.
block us here, as we're going to barely avoid that one. And we're going to make a cool strafe. Not quite. We'll have to reload a save. All good. We'll strafe onto the platform here and activate this button, which will drop some junk out of that
I'm
dropper.
Still cleaning out the test chambers.
But amid
So
that junk
sometimes there's still
is
trash in them.
a little bit of a bad bunny hop there going into the water.
Sometimes there's still trash in them.
Among that
Standing
junk
around,
is a sphere,
smelling
which we're going to use to activate the button
Try to
and head to
avoid
the end.
Garbage hurtling towards you.
We'll slam dunk right on the
Remember
button,
before
letting us
when I
through.
was talking about smelly garbage standing around being useless? That was a metaphor.
And this is one of the few
I was
levels
actually
where
talking about you.
GLaDOS's dialogue
And I'm
is
sorry.
so long
You didn't
that it's just
react at the
faster
time,
to
so
go into the
I was
elevator right
worried
away
you'd
and
say
let her
right
talk
over
out.
your head.
You'll
You should have
see
made this
the game will
apology
actually barely
seem
cut her
insane.
off here because the game will
That's why
fade
I
out
had
and
to
she'll
call
just
garbage
barely
a
finish her
second time just
dialogue.
now.
Yeah, there you go. Anyways,
Did
pit
you know
flings.
that
This chamber is
people
super
with guilty
easy. We do it
consciences
intended.
are
This is
more
going to look
easily
just like your casual
startled by
playthrough.
loud
It's the
noises.
companion cube chamber. There it is right
I'm
there.
sorry.
And
I don't
we're
know why
going
that
to
went
solve
off.
it with our
Anyway,
intended puzzle
just an
solving
interesting
mechanics
science fact.
of flying up to the end of the level. That was a pretty easy one
Every
taught in the
test chamber
tutorial.
is equipped with an
Not too much to say here.
emancipation grill at its exit, so that test subjects
Actually, there
cannot
is quite a bit.
smuggle
That was a
test
super
objects out of the
reportal.
test area.
And that's a
This
crazy
one's
glitch where
broken.
by shooting a
Don't
portal at a
take
super specific
anything
angle, we
with
get
you.
stuck in the ground. You can shoot a ton of portals, get a ton of speed. We're going to do that again some more times in the run, so look out for it. And, yeah, sorry for playing some jokes on you there. But this chamber is called Fizzler Intro.
This
And all
next
we have
test
to do,
involves emancipation grills.
shoot under the
Remember, I told
building
you
test
about them
chamber.
in the last test area that did not have one.
Line up the lasers. And that's going to be the end of Chapter 2, The Cold Boot, as we're going into the Return, Chapter 3. And we're going to start here with a super cool trick. You won't even notice it, but I'm going to do a lot of crouches in air.
It's me. I'm okay.
And if we did it right, GLaDOS would say,
You seem
to have defeated.
its load-bearing
there we go.
capacity. Well
That actually
done.
saves about 30
I'll just
seconds.
lower the ceiling.
By doing a ton of crouches and inputs in air, we trick the game to thinking we've stepped on the space plate multiple times, which skips a good amount of cutscenes and dialogue, so not too bad. We do a peek a portal there. Our player's camera goes through the portal before our body, so if we shoot a portal really quickly, we'll actually pop out of the other side. And we'll do some cool reportaling to get on top of the end level. Make a cool jump.
Look at you, sailing through the air majestically.
And finish out the
like an
lasers.
eagle, piloting a blimp.
Fun fact, as we head into the next level, is called Ricochet. This is the only chamber in the game that's canonically speedran. There's an achievement called Overclocker, which you get if you beat the chamber in 60 seconds.
I'm going to go to
I want
the
everyone in chat
circus.
to count how many
It's a
seconds it's going to take
beautiful
me.
day out. Yesterday I saw a deer.
Hope you have your stopwatches out.
Maybe I'll
We're going to grab this cube here, and we're going to perfectly angle ourselves off of this laser-activated panel. Just like that, and time. Well, not time for the run, but time for that chamber. I didn't go 40 minutes underestimate, guys, don't worry.
I did see some humans, but with you here, I've got more test subjects than I'll ever need.
And that's all wonderful. Quite under 60 seconds, so. And now we're going to be introduced to the hard light bridges. These
bridges are made
bright blue bridges will basically be floors that travel through portals.
If you rubbed your cheek
And we're
on
going to
one,
use it to
would
pick
be
up
like
a cube over
standing
here.
outside with the sun
Similar
shining
to the
on your
smooth
face.
jazz level in Chapter 1,
It
we're
can
going to
also
push this
set your
cube through
hair
a
on
wall,
fire, so don't actually do it.
right onto that button.
Excellent. You're a
And just that
predator,
easy.
And these tests are your prey. Speaking of which, I was researching sharks for an upcoming test.
And as
Do you know
GLaDOS
who
yabbers
else
on for a bit,
murders
we'll talk
people
about the
who
next
are
level, because this
trying to
actually has
help
one of the
them?
cooler skips
Did
in the
you guess
game.
Sharks? Because that's wrong.
It's called Bridge the
correct
Gap, and we're going to do
answer
something
is
called the
nobody.
door skip.
Nobody but
Normally
you
at the
is
start of the
that
chamber for
pointlessly
50
cruel.
seconds, Wheatley will talk to you explaining how we're going to escape GLaDOS. But we don't have time for
I
that.
figured
So we're
out
going
what
to
to
bunny
do with
hop
all the
through the
money I
glitchy
saved
door,
recycling
and if we get a
your
good bunny
one
hop,
room
we'll be
full
able to
of air.
squeeze through.
When you die, I'm going
And
to laminate
hopefully we get it
your
on the
skeleton
first
and
try
pose you in
here.
the lobby. That way future
Beautiful, and now we're going to shoot a
generations
portal
can
on the
learn from
ceiling,
you
do a
how not
reportal
to
glitch,
have
grab the
your
cube in midair, bunny hop
unfortunate
on the
bone
platform of the
struck. Well
chamber.
done.
How do we get
In
here?
fact, you did so
Well,
well. I'm going to note
it's quite
this on
simple,
the
really, just
file
some portals.
in the commendation section. Oh, there's lots of room here.
And now that we're done with all those crazy chambers, we get to head into the turrets.
Perfect.
This next level is called Turret Intro, and
This next test involves
these are
turrets.
usually pretty deadly,
You remember them,
but,
right? They're the pale
again, can I
spherical
remind
things
you that we
are
have
full of
invincibility?
bullets. Oh wait, that's you in 5 seconds.
I can sit here all day. We can wait until Deltarune is met. We can grab a coffee. Maybe wait until next to SGDQ. I'm not gonna die. Just showing that off. But just because we can't die doesn't mean we're not gonna take no damage whatsoever, because we go through this fast. We go through this level incredibly fast. And going into this next level, laser
To
relays.
maintain a constant testing cycle,
Which this one is just a cool laser level. It's quite fun to figure out because you got to work with all the laser angles. But thankfully for us, we just use some basic trigonometry, shoot these portals, and we'll have the perfect lineup.
I thought you'd want to know.
Jump out of the level, pick up this laser cube, and boop.
You know how I'm going to live
All the laser
forever,
relays are
but
perfectly
you're
lined
going
up.
to be dead in 60 years. Well, I've been working on a belated birthday present for
So,
you.
I actually want to point out this
Well,
next level
more of a
called Turret
belated
Blocker.
birthday medical
This is the
procedure.
only level in the
Well,
game where we actually lose
technically,
time to
it's a medical
invincibility.
experiment.
Normally, the
What's
fastest
important is
strat,
it's a
you get
present.
shot by a turret, and that will give you actually a massive speed boost.
That jumpsuit you're
We
wearing
can't
looks
take damage
stupid.
from turrets, so we can't get shot.
That's not me talking.
We only lose about a
It's
second.
right here
We just
in
do
the
a cool
file.
bunny hop free
On
portal
other
instead.
people, it looks fine.
But yeah, we
But
normally get
right
shot
here,
by
a
that guy.
scientist has noted that on
But as a
you,
pro
it
now,
looks stupid.
these guys can't hurt us at all.
What does an
So we'll just rob the
experienced
cube right out
engineer
from
know
under
about
him
fashion? He
and
probably-
head over to the ending.
I'm going through the list of test subjects in cryogenic storage. I managed to find 2 with your last name.
And we're coming
a man and a woman.
up to the next level,
So
Laser
that's
versus Turret,
interesting.
which is the only
It's a
level in the
small
game that saves time because of invincibility. And normally we have
I
to
have a
destroy some
surprise
turrets
waiting
to
for
get
you
some
after
cubes,
this next test.
but turrets
Telling
aren't really
you
a
would spoil
problem
the surprise.
when
So
we
I'll
don't take
just give
damage
you
from
a hint.
gunfire. So we'll just hop right by them,
Unboxing 2 people
rob another
haven't
cube.
seen in a long time.
You know, sometimes I think that turrets kind of run like their own religion, and they really like these cubes and they guard them with their lives. And poor players just came out of nowhere, completely impervious to gunfire, and just stole the cubes right from out under them and killed all of them, which would be really upsetting. But I think they're just AI. They're not that sentient, right? And as we're going into the last level of the Return Chapter 3, Pull the Rug,
It says this
we're just gonna
next
shoot some
test was
portals
designed
and
by one of
place a
Africa's
cube to block a
Nobel Prize
laser.
winners. It doesn't say what the prize was for. Well, I know it wasn't for being immune to neurotoxin.
And just like that, cube will fall on the
You
button.
think I forgot
And
about
that is
your
3 out of the 9
surprise.
chapters
I
done.
didn't. In fact, we're headed to your surprise.
Now coming up on
right
this next
now.
level, we have one of the
After
hardest
all
tricks in the
these
run.
years,
But it's
I'm
not
getting
hard because of
choked up just
skill. It's
thinking
actually a
about
really finicky trick called Jerry Skip. It's also colloquially referred to as Dane Skip. And I'm actually going to offer up a donation myself, $50 if I get this trick on the first try, 40 if second try, and so on. Usually I get it like 1 out of 8 times in my PB attempts. It's quite an annoying trick, but it's right at the end of this level here. We're gonna clip through an elevator and save around 40 seconds of dialogue. So first we do have to solve the level first. And that's gonna involve getting these 2 laser cubes and lining up all the laser receivers. There is a turret at the top of the chamber, but have I mentioned we're invincible? So we don't have to worry about that guy. And here comes the elevator clip, the Jerry Skip. Hopefully we can get it on the first try. If not, I can load quick saves and it should be pretty easy to get. It does save 40 seconds, so it's worth going for. And first try, clipping right to the floor of the elevator, falling through. Wheatley's trying to talk to us, but we're gone. And Prevent Cancer Foundation, I think I owe you $50. So I'll get that arranged after the stream.
Plus time. And you have been asleep for a while.
And
So
if you
I
like
guess
laser
it's
puzzles,
actually
this chamber's pretty cool.
funny when you do the
We're gonna
math.
drop this cube here and fling over with its buddy. Line up both of these relays and use cool source engine air strafing to get to the end.
I thought about our dilemma.
Yeah, by the way, that Jerry Skip is very, very hard. Very, very precise stuff, so awesome to get that on the first try. It's called Jerry Skip because during the dialogue sequence that we skip, Wheatley talks about suing Jerry the nanobot for not getting onto the nanobot workforce, which makes a lot of sense, but Wheatley didn't want to hear it apparently. Here's another example of the laser switch glitch by literally dragging our mouse back and forth, back and forth.
You just have to look at things objectively.
We can have
See
one
what you
frame
don't need
exactly where
anymore,
all the lasers are
and trim out
activated
the
if we flick really, really fast, and that'll open the door for us.
I've got a surprise for you after this next test.
And here's
Not a fake,
where
tragic
things start getting
surprise like
interesting,
last
because we're
time.
going to be escaping
Unreal
from the main,
surprise with tragic consequences.
the main tests.
What's going on?
As Wheatley's going to
Turned
bail
off
us
the
out over here,
lights.
we're actually going to keep this little hidey hole here.
I'm speaking in an accent that is beyond her range of hearing.
One of my favorite lines in the game. We'll bunny hop over that fence. And now we're on the run. We're officially out of the test chambers.
We are escaping. All right, that's what's happening now. We're escaping. So you're doing great. Just keep running. Quick word about the
We're gonna
future
hopefully
plans
bunny
that I've
hop
got in
over this
store.
railing here.
We're gonna shut down her turret production line. All right, turn off her
And
neurotoxin
down this catwalk.
for the moment.
And now GLaDOS is going to try to do everything in her power to keep us on the testing course, which is going to involve a lot of turrets. I don't know if she knows we're invincible, because these don't really do anything. But even if we took damage, I don't think I took a single bullet there. I don't think she knows we can bunny hop either. I don't even know if there was a turret there. Sorry, dude. I'm just a little bit too fast. Wheatley's telling us to hurry. Do you think I'm not going fast? Think I'm going slow, Wheatley? It's okay, though. And as a punishment for Wheatley downing us, we went so fast that he's actually gonna get crushed by this wall here. There he is, and goodbye. Oh, he's alive. Okay. Quick warning, this next level is really dark. I'm gonna turn on a brightness feature in 3, 2, 1. Okay. Just so you guys can see. Not to flex, but I can do this level completely in the dark, but I figure you guys would like to see where we're going. I mean, that Secure run was awesome, but personally, I like seeing the screen. I don't know about you guys.
Ooh, it's dark down here, isn't it?
It's not that dark, actually, Wheatley. You just gotta turn on some console commands, and it's not too bad.
Absolutely crazy.
This level's called Turret Factory. We're bunny hopping through this kind of abandoned turret factory, and it's a really cool movement level.
Still hear the screams.
Jump on top of this railing here. Yeah, normally this level is dark by design because Wheatley will turn on a flashlight. But because we're so fast, Wheatley cannot keep up with us. So we never get that flashlight, which is kind of sad. Shoot some portals over to the ending here.
I'll tell you, humans, oh, love them, just the way they look. Great.
And I'm going to turn off the brightness once we land down here. And that's the Turret Factory level. And now we're going to be heading to Turret Sabotage. We have another one of those pancake shots here. those big metal doors have a hole in them that we're going to shoot through again. And it's really interesting because this whole turret assembly line deal, when we go to fight GLaDOS, we want to basically disable all her working turrets, which again, don't know why we want to do that when we're invincible. That doesn't really make sense, but I guess whatever the plan is, we'll go with it.
So what am I?
We're actually going to completely skip changing the turret line here. There's a white turret in there, which is the template turret. If you play the game normally, you replace the template turret with a defective turret. So this
Brilliant, you made it through. Well done.
this turret assembly line will pump out defective turrets. But we're going to skip that entirely.
Control center. Thank you
We're
very
going to
much.
line up a very precise portal shot through this door right here. Shoot a portal
See that
there,
scanner in
and
there, right?
another
It's
one
deciding
right
which turrets to keep and which to toss. And it's
here,
using that
hopefully.
master turret there.
Boom, there we go, right through the door. And you think there'd be a problem that we never opened it and changed out the turrets? But you'll see in about 3 minutes when we get to the GLaDOS fight, not really fight, but cutscene, she'll still have defective turrets anyways. So, again, not like it would matter because we're still invincible. Have I mentioned we're invincible? Because we're freaking invincible.
Low-hanging fruit, all that. Barely science, really, is it? Don't worry.
So we'll bunny hop down
absolutely
here.
Guaranteeing you 100% that it's this. Okay, let's try this way.
And go to the ending door
You
here.
can't use your turrets, so
This
let's go and take
next
care of
level,
that
Neurotoxin
generator.
Sabotage, fun fact, only level in the game with moving portal surfaces. Which I know for all my physicists out there is a nightmare because portals are like barely possible.
This
And I'm
is the
pretty sure
neurotoxin
moving
generator.
portals just straight up
Bigger than I
breaks
expected.
every law of the
I'm not gonna be able to
universe.
just, push it over.
I'm a college student, so I don't know too much, but if I understand correctly, portals are like maybe possible, but incredibly unrealistic. And moving portals would like suck up the entire world and kill every living organism within 1,000,000 light years or something stupid. And yeah, there's the moving portal
You
surface.
smell neurotoxin? Hold on, the neurotoxin levels are going down.
And we're just gonna
what
cut
are
these
you
tubes
doing?
with it.
Keep doing it. Hold on, something's wrong.
It might not make sense,
Neurotoxin
but they look
at
pretty cool.
0%. Yes. Hold on.
And now we're entering the midpoint of the game where we have a lot of cutscenes, and we're gonna start with this tube red level where Wheatley's gonna yak at us. Yak? Yeah. Those are different words. So for a while now, we get to chill out for a bit. I'll take a sip of water and shout. Hope you have some donations for us.
Oh, I got plenty. Now, I do want to give you as well a quick update on that Deltarune incentive. We are over 400,000 out of the 500,000. So y'all are making amazing progress, but we don't have a lot of run left. And Sushi, you are flying. Can I say, man, by the way, excellent job on the self-commentary. It is hard to run and comment at the same time. I can't do either. You're doing both. It's amazing, man. Seriously.
Thank you. I just want to say super quick, actually, about that Deltarune run. Shay, who is the runner for Deltarune, I'm actually huge friends with him. We actually met back at, well, we've met for a while, but I first got to know him really well at Summer Games Done Quick 2019. You know, when the events are in person, it's always awesome to meet everyone. And currently we have a 101 Snapchat streak, and I'm wagering that if we cannot meet Deltarune by the end of this run, I'm ending that Snapchat streak. So please save my friendship and meet Deltarune. I don't want to break my Snapchat streak with Shay. That's all. Get us some donations, shout.
Y'all heard him. And remember, when you're donating at the website, make sure that you are putting your donation towards that incentive. You have to do that manually when you send the donation in. Okay, donations. Inflame sent in $5. Hey, Sushi. Good luck.
Thanks.
I got a bunch of these. There's going to be a bit of a theme here. I've got a $25 donation from a second duck. Cave Johnson here. Some of you seem to have mistaken me for some sort of newspaper huckster, impotently trying to get footage of some half-man, half-spider hybrid. Let's be real. If there were a Spider-Man, I would have already captured, inspected, dissected, and extracted him. And since you're not currently under the control of my mighty Spider-Man army, Spider-Man obviously doesn't exist. So stop sending me pictures of him.
Goodbye.
I have a $100 donation from Dolphin Chucks. Parker! Forget photos! Get me portals! Portals to Spider-Man! Cave Johnson sent in $10. Cave Johnson here. I'm told this is where I send Aperture's hard-earned cash to get me moon rocks.
I
What?
suppose we could
This
just
site sends money to prevent cancerous moon rocks from getting into people's hands? Well, that means more moon rocks for me. So take my money.
Friend, deadly neurotoxin. If I were you, I'd take a deep
Let's see here. Xeno Veritas sends in $50. Cave Johnson here. I want pictures. Pictures of whoever is bringing me these lemons. These lemons are a menace. Forget lemonade. I just want pictures of the lemons.
That's funny. I don't feel corrupt.
$50 from Beister. 50 to match Msushi for first try Jerry skip. Good job.
Thanks, Bailey.
Ryan M also coming in with 50. $50 to match Msushi on that Jerry skip. And Reverend Gumby with $50 as well. Here's $50 to cover Msushi's first try elevator skip.
No.
Thanks.
Nygog also sent in $50. Since he got it on the first try, do I owe 50? Since I'm not sure, here's 50. JD Jackson sent in $25. Oh, hi. How is chat holding up? Because I'm a potato.
I didn't think of that.
Oh, it will. Believe me, it will.
Odiani sent in $25. Well, you donated. Congratulations. Was it worth it? Because despite your generous behavior, the only thing you have managed to break so far is the Deltarune incentive tracker. And y'all are going nuts on it. We are at 408,000. Y'all, that's amazing. 408,000. Wow, it's just going. $100 from Bump Resident. If Msushi can run Portal 2 and donate $50, I feel like I can pitch in a little more to stick it to cancer.
It's not just me, right? I am bloody massive.
Also $50 from Zan Damascus. $50 for first try elevator skip. This run and Msushi's explanations are incredible.
It's going to be cool to be in charge of everything.
All right. We'll get into some more donations soon, but just a quick trick explanation because we do have a cutscene skip here, even though we're sitting through a lot of cutscenes. This is called the elevator skip. Usually Wheatley will debate us, bring us to the top here, and then go, wait, I did all the work, and we'll talk to you for 2 minutes, a super weird plot conversation, but by jumping on top of the elevator, instead of getting in the elevator, we can just fall through the pit ourselves. And we get a fade out while Wheatley maniacally laughs, and we kind of miss the start of his villain arc, but just know now that little blue ball that we had for the first half of the run, he's now the antagonist, and that potato is GLaDOS, who was the antagonist, but now is kind of a co-protagonist, but it's also like the enemy of my enemy is my friend kind of situation. You'll hear more of it later, but some more donations, Shout.
Absolutely. Blinks sent in $5,000. $1 for each time I was amazed by Mitch Riz, Master of Menuing. Also, loved Msushi's run of Reloaded earlier, and super excited to see his surprise inbounds run. Lambro Calrissian sent in $50. Portal 2 Co-op was the first game my wife and I ever played together. I'm loving the run, Msushi. Great play and great commentary. Put this toward Deltarune and preserve the friendship.
Yes, please.
Also, 413,000. It's going. It's moving. It's a lot. Again, reminder everybody, when you're sending in your donations, please make sure when you're on the website, when you scroll down to the bottom, you have the option to choose which incentive you want to put your donation towards. So make sure that you are selecting Deltarune. Snaily Syrup sent in $10 for the Snap Streak. I've also got an anonymous $5 donation, $5 train to save the Snapchat streak.
Thank you, guys. I'll take back over as we're waking up after collapsing from our fall all the way down to Old Aperture. We're here in Chapter 6, which is properly titled The Fall. And if you've played Portal 2 before, I know at least for me, this is one of my favorite parts of the game, as we're in kind of the vintage Old Aperture, and we're introduced to a character that I think you guys are pretty familiar with, but we won't get there for a couple minutes or so. This level is called Underground, and I do turn on the brightness just for one cool shot here where we're going to get on this sign and shoot a portal into the ending section of the level here. And this hatch, normally meant for 2 people, is quite easy when we have the portal gun. And Shout, we're about to get into a lot of actually gameplay, but while we wait for this vault to open, maybe 1 or 2 more donations.
Yeah, I think I can get you here. $25 from Ryaneski. This has been a successful test of the Aperture donation system. Also, $50 here from Shay. Today is a great day to be an Msushi fan. Also, we are so close to hitting the Deltarune incentive, and I very much want to show everyone the game. Looking forward to it, and great luck to Msushi on the rest of the run.
Thank you so much, Shay. Really hope that gets met.
We're about to hit 420,000. We're like 419 and a half, and it's flying. It's going.
Alright guys, this level is called Cave Johnson. It's usually where we're introduced to Cave Johnson, but we unfortunately skipped that part of the test, and we're gonna do a big WTF question mark exclamation point boost here, if we can hopefully get this, where we walk off this railing and shoot a portal at the same time. It's a little finicky, might take a couple of tries, but if we do it right, we get a massive speed boost. This is used as something in the game called scripted momentum. There we go, where there are certain checkpoints where the game will check if you have a certain amount of speed, and if you do, it'll shoot you out. And we do a reportal on top of that, and that gets us enough speed to jump on that pipe, and it looks pretty cool. And now we're into repulsion intro. Here we're introduced to the blue gel, which is bouncy. And we actually won't see too much of it here, because in the first level, we're going to do a seam shot. Similar to the pancake shot you saw earlier in the run, we're going to shoot through basically the top corner of this room. So I'm going to line it up here. Look at those numbers in the top right corner of my screen, and that was really, really fast. Wow. And we'll bunny hop down here. Here we will use the blue gel for a quick bounce. Hopefully we'll be able to clear up this platform. Beautiful. Now we're going to do a glitch called the Step Dad, where we're going to step on this button and glitch it open. It's called Step Dad because when we first found the glitch, you achieved it by stepping on the button and pressing DAD. Left, right, left. Now we have a setup where you press W and hold A, so it's more like Step Wah, but it's still called Step Dad because of it's an actual name. But and that's the first of the blue gel chambers. Now we're going to Bomb Flings, which is a chamber where big bombs of blue gel will fling at you. I don't know why the game calls them bombs, but that is technically what they're called in the game files. They're pretty big, so you'll know them when you see them, as we'll activate the button to start the dropper, and then do a reportal up to the top of the chamber. And here are the bombs of gel. We just call them blobs anyways, but it's a more fitting name.
Just a heads up, that coffee we gave you earlier had fluorescent calcium.
All right, and as we head into the next level,
there's a slight chance
I'm actually not going to talk at all in chat. I want you guys to explain this level to me, because I feel like this is actually, I love this level a lot. It's called Crazy Box. It's pretty simple, so you guys should be able to follow it. And I just won't talk at all. We get to admire the gameplay, the puzzle solving.
Now, if you're part of Control Group Kepler 7, we implanted a tiny microchip about the size of a postcard into your skull. Most likely you've forgotten it's even there. But if it starts vibrating and beeping during this next test, let us know. Because that means it's about to hit 500 degrees, so we're going to need to go ahead and get that out of you pretty fast.
All right, and that's the level. Pretty simple, like I said, just like my intended playthrough. It is a little bit faster to go on the roof at the end. That was about it, though. That was just about it. And we have this long elevator of shame. I think we might not have solved it the right way, so the game doesn't want to talk to us, but that's fine. And in more serious notes there, we did a lot of shenanigans, most of which was called a stuck launch. We got stuck between a beam and that gel pipe, and the game doesn't know what to do, but it thinks we're falling, so it will give us falling acceleration, and we're able to build up a lot of speed. This is the last level in Chapter 6. It is called Potatoes. This is where we reunite with Potato GLaDOS. But that takes about a minute to do. So instead of going up into that room over there, the control room, to lower that that beam, or to raise this one actually, we're gonna instead fly over the top of the chamber.
I'm Cave Johnson,
with doing a cool fling like this. We barely make it over the Aperture logo and into the elevator, and that'll be done with Chapter 6. Now we're into Chapter 7 called The Reunion, and even though we skipped picking up GLaDOS, there she is. Don't know how she got there, but I guess when you're invincible, anything can happen. This chamber, we do a nice little seam shot to the ending there, shooting through all the way to the ending, right in front of the elevator.
With your help, we're gonna change the world.
And in this next chamber, there's actually a really cool interaction with blue gel. We're gonna put blue gel on a slanted surface, and we're actually gonna do a lineup to position ourselves perfectly so that we can get multiple bounces off of the blue gel as we slope off of it, and that's gonna result in a crazy speed boost.
If you're interested in an
looks a little something like this.
Flag down a test associate and let them know. You could walk out of here with 120.
Get up on this pipe here.
If you let us take you apart, put some science stuff
get the gel there and jump on it, and boom, straight to the ending.
There's still some positions available for that bonus opportunity I mentioned earlier.
All right, and next up, this chamber is called Conversion Intro. this is a chamber that's pretty iconic. You might recognize it. A certain character talks about a certain beverage and a certain fruit. I believe the saying is, when life gives you lemons, don't make lemonade, get mad. The unfortunate thing is, I used to be able to recite that quote in my sleep. I might not be able to anymore because we are going to do a massive skip to skip Cave Johnson's Lemon Rant. And I know, before you all leave the stream and get all sad on me, this trick is pretty sick. We're going to do a super reportal off of a slanted surface. We're going to come up here, shoot a precise portal on this wall, go into here to disable a scripted momentum trigger, do a very precise lineup on this fence, shoot a portal on this dot, line up with this kind of canister, get stuck in the floor, shoot a ton of portals to build up speed. And if we do it right, we fling off the wall here onto the end of the lemon test chamber. And that is how speedrunners skip Cave Johnson's Lemon Rant. A bit tragic, but quite cool if you ask me. It's one of the cooler skips we found. Quite tragic that it skips kind of a fan favorite dialogue line, but you know, certain sacrifices have to be made for speed. As a fun fact there, that trick is called the lemonade skip. When we first found it, it was called the lemon skip, but we found some improvements to it, and now it's titled the lemonade skip.
That was right. Let's not take these lemons. We are going to march right back upstairs and make him put
This chamber, we're going to do another one of those stuck launches that we did in the Crazy Box chamber. By getting stuck between this gel beam and this floor here, we'll build up a ton of speed and fling up this tube here and barely land a portal in the ending section of the chamber. We'll slope off this pipe to maintain our falling speed and get to the gel pump station here. And just when we thought we had a break here, that valve from the top is going to open up, and we could take an elevator, but that loses about 2 minutes. So we're instead going to do a super reportal again by lining up very specific coordinates on the floor here, looking at kind of arbitrary things to get our angle set up perfectly. We'll hopefully get stuck in the ground, shoot a ton of portals, and are you guys ready for liftoff? Because we're going straight up into the sky. And I actually shot one portal too little, so we'll have to try that again. Or maybe not, because I have a really bad save here. So we're instead going to try to catch ourselves on this gel pipe. Just like that. This blue gel pipe here is actually bouncy. It has the same properties as blue gel. Apparently it like goes through pipes or something, which is pretty cool. And that is going to be the end of the old Aperture section of the run. And we're going to head back into the new and refined Wheatley Aperture Laboratories. And I'll quickly explain the glitch at the start. Not really glitch, but the trick at the start of the run here. Normally we have a reunion with Wheatley here. He puts a ton of Franken turrets in this chamber. Franken turrets are cubes with turret legs. As he angrily explains here, he made them so they could solve puzzles on their own, which they can't. But yeah, and basically normally he traps you in the chamber when you put a cube on the button, but we're going to throw a cube onto the button, and if we do it right, we'll be able to skip 50 seconds of dialogue.
Get on the button. Oh, that's funny, is it? Oh, it's funny.
And as Wheatley kind of loses his mind here, we'll enter into the chamber and we'll swiftly take care of it. Let's check it out.
You've got 1 hour. Solve it.
Solve this puzzle for him when he comes back.
Yeah.
Oh, I barely didn't touch the door, so we'll have to reload a save.
When he comes back, I'll hit him with a paradox.
And that cube barely didn't touch the button. So you know what they say, third try is the charm.
I'll hit him with
I've always been a third try kind of guy.
No idea what it's like in this body.
And we're going to solve quite possibly the easiest chamber of the game, so shout if you want to read some donations, 1 or 2 or 3.
Oh, yeah,
It's a wide range.
I think I got you covered here.
Yeah.
Young Self sends in $500. Let's purge cancer together with science.
Yes.
Into the Cakeverse sent in $5. I don't need Spider-Man. I need pictures of that cake. Is it a lie or not? Cannon Swift sent in $50. Cave Johnson here. We've implanted a small chip in that donation tracker. If it starts vibrating and honking, it means we've almost hit 500,000 for that Deltarune incentive. Make sure to alert the donation staff by sending up more donations. Thanks. Also, holy cow, so we passed 2.7 million. We're at like 2.71 now. So, whoosh, that happened. Deltarune, 443,000, almost 444,000. It's still going. Keep it going. We're running out of time. We got to get it there. Come on, y'all.
I'm going to beat you guys. You guys are too slow.
Oh, that's a challenge. Chat, did you hear? Are you going to let him do that? You're going to let him do that? Really? You said it, Msushi, man.
Yeah.
You brought that on yourself.
Anyways, guys, remember how earlier I said in the run we're invincible? And you must have been thinking, that's crazy. That must be the most insane glitch you have in this run. Wrong. We have something called the excursion funnel crouch fly glitch. Those tractor beams we just saw, they give you the property to float. And if you crouch in them with 0 speed, you can maintain that property while outside of the funnel. And we actually did it very quickly in that last level. You might not have been able to see it, but as a result, chat, do you believe you can fly? Because we are on the ceiling of the test chamber, straight up floating through, grabbing that cube, and I don't know what to tell you at this point, except this is much different from your first rodeo if you've played this game before. As we now have the ability to basically fly on command. The state is stored between levels, so we got it in final intro, that was last test chamber. We carried into ceiling button, which was just that last level, and we're gonna use it in wall button here as well, where at the start of the chamber, Wheelie's gonna move the other half of the chamber over here, and normally you have to wait for it, but all you gotta do is take a leap of faith. It's like a Disney movie. You're like Tinkerbell right now, flying through. That is a massive pit. Don't look down. Okay, we're not looking down. We're not looking down. And we're gonna fly over it again to pick up this cube
There we go.
and get right to the ending here.
Can't even tell, can you?
Chuck it against the button on the ceiling. Beautiful.
Oh no, it's happening sooner than I expected.
And
We'll be fine.
yeah, this is a lot of Chapter 8. Utilizing this excursion funnel crouch fly glitch is really crucial. This chamber is quite literally child's play. As we just jump, hit our head on the ceiling, and get over to the ending.
Apparently, being civil.
But by re-entering a funnel here, we are losing the excursion funnel crouch fly glitch. So we're back on the ground again. We are unfortunately cursed with what you mortals call gravity. And here we're going to do a glitch called the Great Shot. It's called the Great Shot because we shoot on a grate. But every time you do it, you have to say Great Shot. Great Shot. As, you know, great is a noun and an adjective. In case you didn't get the joke, but you can barely squeeze a portal on these surfaces. It's super precise. I made it look super easy by clicking it on the first try, but
Has a built-in euphoric response to testing.
we got a bit of dialogue here as we're
Resistance to it. It can get a little
getting into the next level.
unbearable unless you have the mental
Capacity.
to push past it. It didn't matter to me.
GLaDOS yabbers about all the lore as we're going to plot to take Wheatley down again. And we're here in Stop the Box,
Solution euphoria.
which another chamber that's made super easy by bunny hopping, because we can bunny hop over this faith plate and grab this Franken cube in midair. And again, there are turrets here that'll shoot us, but have I mentioned we're invincible? We can just sit here. It's not a problem.
Yes, you solved it, but I'm wondering if...
Even if you're not invincible though, you can bunny hop there fast enough that you don't even take a single point of damage.
No, that was the solution. What am I missing?
And into the next map, Laser Catapult. We're going to be getting the excursion funnel crouch fly glitch again. That'll very quickly bring us to the end of the level.
Have a brainwave. I'm going to tape you solving these and then watch 10 at once. Get a more sort of concentrated burst of science.
Crouching in the funnel, and then now we can fly. So we're going to jump off this slanted surface, hit our head on this pipe to bring us down, and the ending door is right here.
When I watch it later.
Remember when I told you that he was specifically designed to make bad
And,
decisions? Because I think he's decided not to maintain
any of the crucial is the word we want to go in on.
facility from exploding.
Laser platform will be the next level, where again we're going to use this crouch flying glitch to kind of break the level a ton and get a cube much earlier than we should. The ending is super cool though, as we'll get this cube just by flying through, and we're gonna lean this cube against the portal, and it gets an upward lean, barely triggers that laser receiver. Super cool. It's things like that that just work out that are incredible to find in speedrunners, because even though you are not intended to lean the cube against the portal, it works out so perfectly. That looks precise, but it's actually incredibly consistent. We're gonna go back here to open this door. Usually Wheatley will drop us and we'll land in an office, but since we have the fly glitch, we can fly around it.
You're alive! Great! Yeah, just getting a test ready.
And welcome to Propulsion Catch. We're gonna do another crouch fly here to basically skip the level.
So, let's see here.
And here is actually a cool little Easter egg. We get to see Peabody. Peabody is one of the two robots in the co-op campaign, And you'll see him kind of wave high and then get a little dazed there and walk back into the door. There he is. Oh, and there he goes. You're not where you're supposed to be, buddy.
There, ding, good. Perfect.
Awesome.
On you go. I'll be honest, after you told
All right,
me
and now
turn
to
that
shoot
beam
this
off,
portal,
I
this will
thought
trigger the
I
ending
lost it.
dialogue, which saves some time.
You two are gonna love this big surprise. In fact, you might say you're going
to love it to death. As Wheatley will prepare
Love it.
our death here.
Until it kills
We only
you.
have one more chamber left in Chapter
Alright, I
8.
don't know whether
Chat, I don't know.
you're picking up on what I'm saying.
Shout
there,
if we can get an
but-
update on that Delta Rune incentive, because I think I'm winning right now. think
It's
I'm winning.
flying. They got about they got 35 grand to go.
Right. He's not even
Okay, well, challenge accepted. As we're gonna head to the last level of Chapter 8, called Repulsion Polarity. This level's actually really cool. You usually use blue gel in funnels.
either way.
But if we shoot a portal on the corner of this funnel, we can very easily get the fly glitch. And this fly glitch we're about to get is the most important in the game, as we're going to preserve it for about the next 3 minutes. Throughout almost all of Chapter 9, we're going to have this crouch fly glitch.
Lined with test withdrawal.
And it makes these last couple levels really broken.
Surprise for us. What did he find?
Mainly because in Chapter 8, sure, we have the fly glitch, but there's always a condition that needs to be met. You need to put a cube on a button, a laser needs to hit a receiver, all these things that kind of stop you. Chapter 9 here is called the part where he kills you, where Wheatley gloves off, tries to kill us, and we try to kill him back in the end, but
I can break us out of here in the
we don't have any tests here to solve. All we need to do is escape from Wheatley, and zero gravity helps a lot in that. As you see here, normally there's a trap faith plate there, but we're just straight flying through walls. And Wheatley has a trap set for us up ahead, and we're going to straight disrespect him and slope off of his monitor, which you'll see coming up here as we're kind of navigating this cool corridor area. Gaining speed on the walls, and there's Wheatley. He is too stunned to speak. He's like, "What are you doing right now, Chell? Get on the ground." To which we smack his monitor so we get downwards momentum, land on the catwalk, and he's woken out of his confusion. He's like, whoa, what just happened? Starts talking
If you
again.
come back.
And we'll slope off of this fence here. Not fence, it's a railing. Hopefully we'll land right here. Almost didn't make that.
Oh,
And there's a crusher here. Fly right through it.
Save your face. I got.
Didn't quite get us. And chat, only 3 more levels to go as we're in Finale 2 here. There's a massive part, a booby trap here that Wheatley moves in, but it only has collision where it finally lands, so we just waltz right through it, fly through this door. Another turret booby trap is set up over there. As you see the turret lasers, we're gonna slope off of the bottom of this railing to end on this catwalk over here. Can't quite talk over, the whole testing center blowing up in the process, but here's a gel pipe. We're just gonna fly right around it. Oh, and we will do a backup shot here. There are a ton of turrets here,
Oh, did it kill you?
and with the
That
crouch
would be
fly glitch, you can
amazing if it
kind of
killed you.
slope off of weird things,
Hello?
just like that.
Oh, yes, all right, no, just had a brainwave.
And now we're in Finale 3. We're gonna open up this door. Normally you have to wait for bombs to destroy this conversion gel to get you that portal surface, but we can fly, so we'll jump up to the ceiling.
refrigeration wing. Then
And again, this is all these booby traps that we're just straight skipping by the fact that we're able to fly.
scream at you.
Just quite a sight to see.
Okay, I'll take that as a no then.
We will take that as a no then. I don't know what he took a no to. He didn't ask us any questions, but maybe he'll get back to us. And we are almost, well, not quite almost done. You guys have still a bit more time to catch up. But we're entering this door here, and this is going to be the last loading screen of the run. We're entering Finale 4, the boss fight.
Corrupted cores. We're in luck. You find
And
I'll
it's gonna take around 3.5 minutes, so that's your guys' timer. And while Wheatley introduces himself, shout if you want to keep us updated and read maybe 2 donations or so.
Chat's making you fight for it. You 22,000 left to go. And some big donations coming in. We had $10,000 come in from Toby Fox. I'm going to let you guess which way that is headed, probably, Mac. I also had Cyclaw come in with $50. I've been watching GDQ for years, and this is my first time donating because it's about time I help fight cancer and not let Msushi get away with calling us slow. Under 20 grand, under 20. They're making you work for it. You threw down this gauntlet. You called the thunder, and you're going to reap the lightning, my friend.
I'm not going to make the same mistakes. 4-part plan is this.
Well, try me. That's all I gotta say. As I have only about 2 minutes and 20 seconds left in the run, the pressure's on you guys. I don't even know if the developer of the game can save you now. I'm gonna be honest. But anyways, here's the Wheatley final boss fight. We have to attach 3 corrupted cores to him. Once we attach 3 corrupted cores to him, the game's gonna give us the ability. The Enrichment Center is gonna give us the opportunity to switch out the corrupted core with another core, which will be GLaDOS. The biggest skip we're going to do here is something called bomb juggling or bomb preserves. As with bosses in video games, 3 is the magic number, and we have to put 3 cores on Wheatley. So what you're going to see here is Wheatley's going to shoot out 3 bombs. We're going to have the first one hit him, and the other 2 we're going to juggle between our portals. So if we do this right, these bombs will perpetually keep spinning, and we can reuse them for the other quote-unquote phases. As we grab this core, throw it in. These 2 bombs are juggling forever, so once Wheatley wakes up again, we're immediately going to snap him with this bomb. So we'll see that happening.
In 4 minutes.
Shoot him immediately, and then get over here to get the next core. Preserve this bomb too.
Okay, great. Here comes another.
This is the second core. Oh, I fell actually. We'll have to reload a save. That might be... That's big for you guys, chat. You have a bit more time.
10K to go.
10K. Well, I only have about a minute, maybe a minute 20 seconds, so we'll see how it goes. But as this bomb is cycling, this one last bomb is what we need to hit Wheatley with.
Protocol initiated. This facility will self-destruct in 2 minutes.
And we'll shoot him in the back here. Oh, it actually missed him. Oh, that portal is bad. We'll have to readjust it. And this will be the last core.
This one should do it.
Oh, I actually did mess it up. Oh, and my game's lagging. It doesn't like me too much. Clearly, every element in the world wants chat to win.
I guess the devs can save us now, can't they?
I guess the devs can save us, but that is the last core. We have one more skip in the run. Oh, we did just hit it?
We got it!
I see.
Well, I suppose I was bested this time.
Oh, that was so close! Oh my god!
I did throw a bit, but congratulations. What a Herculean effort, you guys. I get to save my Snapchat streak. The last skip of the game, quickly. There are bombs in the stalemate resolution room that we're going to get blown back with. But before we do that, we're going to quickly line up a portal shot on the moon. There's like a 0.005 second, it's not actually that precise, but we're going to shoot the moon super quickly. It saves 16 seconds, and it kind of glitches out the ending cutscene a bit too. Time. Wow, you guys did just beat me by a bit, but still an awesome run of Portal 2 that I was so happy to showcase last minute. As kind of, we all get stuck in the portals here. I'm not too big of an astrology freak, but I think there's a weird cycle on the moon right now. I have no idea how that got there, but I don't know what it means. Must not be a coincidence, though. Anyways, that was Portal 2, and I was so happy to be here. Hope you guys enjoyed the run. Again, it's such an awesome chance to be kind of sandwiched between 2 runs that I was really excited to see. As much as I can be salty about not being a better speedrunner than Twitch chats, I will be excited to cheer on my friend Shay because that Delta rune. Well, let's get our $500,000 worth, and in the meantime, I will take out my credit card because I do owe the Prevent Cancer Foundation $50, and thank you guys for all matching me on that. That's all I have today. Thanks to all my commentators. Me, you can follow me at twitch.tv. That was a bit too much. You can follow me at twitch.tv/msushi, where I do speedruns of all Portal things and some other stuff sprinkled in there. And I also have a YouTube channel. Once GDQ is done, if you need more speedrunning content, I make videos that explain a lot of Portal speedrunning skips. So if you're interested, I recommend checking them out, not biased. And, guys, 2 more runs left in GDQ. Let's break 3 million. We've seen a couple of world records this GDQ, but I want to set a world record for most money raised in a GDQ. You guys are here, and I'm so excited to watch these last 2 runs. I'll see you guys around. Enjoy Awesome Games Done Quick 2022.
The best solution.
Msushi, that was amazing. So first off, incredible run, incredible commentary, incredible sport. They didn't tell me that I was going to be hosting another race and that it was going to be Msushi versus the freaking world. What was that? Wow. Okay, so we had the $500,000 for that. We're about to cross 2.8 million. This is not the time to let up, y'all. Keep it coming. This is so good. Okay. I got donations to catch up on. I got so many donations to catch up on. Moy family sent in $250. We are so close. Let's get that 3 million. Sarah of Mars sent in $25. I don't want pictures of Portal Man. I need pictures of Spider Sushi. Wait. It was too good. Bursic sent in $250. Wow, it is hard to overstate my satisfaction watching this inbound round of Portal 2. Let's get Deltarune to follow it up. And you did. You got it. You got it. $250 from Casey family. Chat has accepted the challenge. Let's go. $1,024 from Shma. Space. And $2,048 from Anonymous. Still have no idea what Snapchat is, but good luck and cheers. Oh, I need to breathe. I need to breathe. Okay. All right. I need a break. We're gonna take a quick break. Don't let up. Don't you dare let up. We're gonna be right back. Don't you dare let up. This is AGDQ 2022 Online. We'll be right back. Okay. And it's still flying. It's still flying. All right. So, this is again AGDQ 2022 Online. I am Mr. Barely holding on in light of the overwhelming generosity that is flowing in this direction right now. Y'all are blowing me away. This is just the most amazing thing. I got more donations. I got to keep going here. Evanosaurus Rex, our producer, my good friend, sent in $250. Hey again, AGDQ, Studio Tech Crew here. You know you want to see more Marathon, especially after seeing Msushi thinking so hard with portals. Get your donations in for Deltarune. Also, Chad is cute. All right, so there's two true facts. Number one, you got Deltarune. Number two, Chad's pretty cute. He knows what he's talking about. I can't disagree with that. All right, I'm just getting word. This is just coming down from the management. We're getting a new milestone incentive. $3 million. Whoa, hold on. We hit 2.8. I missed it. 2.8 million. 2.8 million. Again. You're still doing it. Okay. That's so much. It's flying. Okay. Sorry. I'm back. I'm here. Whew. We're good. All right. So, new incentive. Just come down from management. $3 million milestone incentive. What that means, you don't have to pledge towards this incentive when you donate. All of the donations are going towards it, and if we cross that $3 million barrier, we're going to get it. That incentive is for the Deltarune Snowgrave Route Run that has just been added and just been opened up. So when you are submitting your donations, gamesdonequick.com/donate, you can still be putting that money towards other incentives like Metal Gear Solid, the Meryl versus Otacon ending. You can still be putting your money towards that. It's going to count towards this incentive as well. Keep it coming. I've also got a $500 donation I want to get in real quick here from Anonymous. Bring me pictures of Spider-Man, or I'll burn your house down with the lemons. See, we still got some lemons. All right. I'm going to take a slightly longer breather. Spike, save me here. I hear you got an interview. Take it away, my friend.
Mr. Game and Shout, you know what you have in common with the 100,000 viewers in chat right now? You are all absolute legends. You absolute legends, you. There have been close races all throughout the week, particularly thinking about the Diddy Kong racing race, where there were 3 people separated by 6 total seconds. But y'all did something even closer. I thought there was no way in hell you were going to be able to take down Msushi. He's very fast at Portal 2, but you all got us to $500,000 raised, and Deltarune will be coming up right after this. I was thinking during this interview, we were going to have to vamp for 45 minutes to make sure y'all had the time, make sure we got the donations in. But instead, I can just sit back, I can chill, and I can talk to my good friend and legend of the Metal Gear Solid speedrunning community. Legend doesn't even do him justice. D-Limes running Metal Gear Solid. How you doing, my friend?
Pretty good, pretty good. Thanks for having me.
Heck yeah, happy to have you, man. Congrats on the Steelers I see back there. Congrats on them making the playoffs. I'm sure they got a good shot. So, but let's talk a little bit about our closer of this marathon, AGDQ 2022. We have got Metal Gear Solid. Talk a little bit about the category right here. We got it on console, all of the bosses on the extreme difficulty, the top difficulty in the game. So the first thing, I want to start a little slow here. Let's talk about the fact that you are running all bosses. And what is the number one boss that you are the most worried or excited about nailing here at this event?
I would probably say it's the Hindy fight. It's about midway through the run. You fight a helicopter, and the helicopter can do some really weird stuff and just do an awful lot of damage, go in random patterns and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. The second half of the fight, you have to like lock him into this hind cage, it was what we call it, kind of just like a stun lock. And depending on where he goes, he can just do random stuff and just may not be able to lock him. So, and since extreme difficulty is all about health management, since you get no health refills, if I take a lot of damage there, that's trouble. So
yeah,
that's trouble.
Yeah, sorry, that's trouble. Yeah, that sort of naturally leads me into my next question. So again, we're also here on the extreme difficulty, and a lot of games are pretty dull about like, oh, it's a higher difficulty, you take more damage, they take less damage, so on and so forth. Metal Gear Solid definitely kicks it up in other areas as well. What are the main hurdles that you're going to have to overcome here on the extreme difficulty compared to others?
It's really punishing early on because you get a very small health bar and you're 2 hits from death for a large part of the run, up until you get to the torture sequence, which is after the Wolf 1 fight. So it's all about health management. You can't get rations unless you choke out a guard, and we don't do that in the speedrun. It wastes time. But yeah, it's just health management, and the guards can see from so far away. Mm-hmm. So you have to be super careful of that too, because if you get spotted, you're pretty much done.
Very excited to see you take out those bosses and be able to stealth around in an environment where you're also trying to go fast. Should be a cool dynamic here on the GDQ stage. I want to talk a little bit about this game, obviously getting to be the closer here at GDQ. And I definitely think some part of it, obviously an amazing offer by you, but also some major discoveries. And one discovery in particular was made this past year in a casual playthrough of this game. If you explain to the audience at home what I'm talking about.
Yeah, so the biggest discovery that we've had in a while is the boba skip. It basically happens at the first communication tower. We would normally have to climb like 30 flights of stairs, then rappel down a wall, and then deal with some guards on the walkway leading to the next tower. And that whole sequence takes about 2.5 minutes. There was a skip discovered by a casual streamer by the name of Boba back in August. She was playing through the game for the first time. There's a door on floor 9 that's normally frozen, and if you want to go through that door, you have to blow C4 on the other side to get it unfrozen or unstuck. But she was just panicking, trying to go through the door. She had her gun out, and the guards were shooting at her, and all of a sudden, she clips, and then she's on the other side, skipping all of that. And if you do that, it saves about 2.5 minutes, and it was It was a really surreal day. Somebody dropped the information to us in our Discord, and within 30 minutes, there was probably 20 people in a voice call trying to science it out, replicate it. Within another 30 minutes, we found a couple ways to set it up. Within another hour, we've had runners going after runs with it in it. And then I think another hour or two later, somebody got a record with the boba skip in it. So we worked quick on it, and it was a historical day for sure.
I love the speedrunning community, like vultures, just like diving at that. It's one of those, there are a lot of skips sometimes that are found in speedrunning where it's like, okay, it's going to lower the time. Maybe you're a little sad of the sequence that you lost right there. I think I remember reading on Twitter that day, this was like the perfect 2+ minutes to lose out of the run, feeling like nothing of value was lost. Super, super cool skip.
Yeah, not really, because one, it applies to every single category, which is really nice because we separate our runs any percent or all bosses, which is basically just large skips or almost no skips.
Sure.
So you can run it, you can do this on any category. It saves 2 to 2.5 minutes on everything. And nobody likes the rappel. Nobody likes climbing up 30 sets of stairs. Like, it was welcoming. Excuse me.
Yeah. Awesome to hear. Looking forward to that skip among all the other pieces of execution and boss strats throughout the run. Now, I want to focus on you, D-Limes. I have been doing interviews for GDQ for years now. And a common thing I do for research is I'm saying, okay, let me go check out their speedrun.com profile page and just see, all right, what do they run? What else do they have? What are their notable times? I have never had my jaw break the ground so hard as when I looked at your profile page. Metal Gear Solid is not an indie game. I want y'all to know that, chat. This is a big, big franchise. Tons of people run this game. D-Limes has a time in 64 categories of Metal Gear Solid 1. He has world record in 64 categories of Metal Gear Solid 1. 64 for 64. And that, chat, is just the tip of the iceberg. Metal Gear Solid 2, Sons of Liberty, a clean sweep over there as well. There's various VR games, category extensions that we could go into. How do you do it? What sets you apart? And where does the passion for speedrunning this game and this series come from?
I've been playing these games since I was a kid, and I'm sure you hear that a lot from various runners and whatnot.
Sure.
I just have a natural knack for it. I really don't know what else to say about that. Like, when I go into something, I want to give it my all. I want to learn all about it. I want to do everything that there is to offer. I want to do all the categories. I always say I want to be like a student of the game. It's kind of a sports term.
Sure.
I want to be a student of the game. I want to learn everything there is about something. And I'm a completionist, so I want to do everything that there is. And my ability, I don't know. Like, I have no idea.
Sometimes can't quite describe the ability part. Obviously, there's a little bit of talent there and just a lot of passion, and that gets you really far in the speedrunning community for sure, chat. I do want to get you out of here with one more question. Metal Gear Solid 1 is the closer. I remember putting out on social media back when the games list was about to come out. I said, all right, let's get some predictions out there. What do you think is the closer? There may be 30 or 40 different games guessed. Nobody, not a single damn person guessed Metal Gear Solid. But here it is, closing out maybe the greatest speedrun marathon of all time. D-Limes, why does Metal Gear Solid why does it deserve to be here? Why is it a great closer?
I think it's pretty simple. It's the best game in the best franchise with the best damn runner of all time. Why not? Why not?
I love it. I love it. That's perfect. We're stopping there. That is a beautiful final answer to go off of. D-Limes, thank you so much for joining me, putting up with my craziness. I am looking forward to this amazing closer to, again, chat, maybe the greatest speedrun marathon of all time. And while we're getting there, enjoy Deltarune and Metal Gear Solid, and let's get to 3 million and see how much further we can go beyond that. Enjoy more AGDQ 2022, everyone. Sending you back up to the front for Deltarune.
Thank you so much, Spike. Okay. Had a chance to rest. Still trying to get my voice back. I'm glad I don't need to talk to anyone tomorrow. Y'all are too much. And we've got some amazing donations here. Anonymous sends in $500. 3 million hype. Let's go. We're over 2.8 million. $2,820,025, and it's still going. There it goes again. There it goes again. There it goes again. It's incredible. Y'all are incredible. Jay sends in $100. This has been an amazing AGDQ. Let's blast past 3 million. And I know we can do it. I know y'all can do it. Julie Phoenix with $50. Are we going to hit 3 million? Heck yes, we are. Selthar with $10. We are not slow. I think you proved that, yeah. I'm getting some metrics from production on that push. We apparently hit just about $75,000 for the Prevent Cancer Foundation. $75,000 in 15 minutes. Wow. Oh, that is a fantastic note to end on. And with that, my time hosting for AGDQ 2020 Online is going to come to an end. Y'all are amazing. Your generosity, your love, your hype, your everything. I hope that I have been able to capture some of that energy that y'all are sending our way and send that back out to you and show you just how amazing of a thing you're doing. This is incredible, and it has been an absolute honor. Keep lighting the way, my friends, please. We're going to go to a prize segment with my good friend Shout. It's been great, y'all. Take care. We'll see you in the future. Be well. Keep it going. Sent, what you got, boss?
Well, hey there, Shout. As mentioned, I am Shout's good friend, Shout. And I have a lot of prizes to talk about right now, but there's just so many to talk about, and I'm not really sure if I could do it alone. It's a lot of prizes and a lot of things to do. Sent, I know we have not done any jokes with the shark in 2 years, but I can join this prize segment. Oh, thanks, Chompers. It's really good to see you again. Yeah, maybe with your help, this is possible. Sent, now that you have mastered ventriloquism, or at least put on a mask, I too will join the prize segment. Hey, you know what? With the two of you here, maybe we can talk about all these prizes. Maybe with everyone out there, we can... Not you! Out. Right. Now, maybe with all my friends here, we can...
I too will join this prize segment.
All right, and Matt too will also join this prize segment. How are you doing, Matt?
Oh, I'm doing fantastic, Shout. Sen.
I'm doing great too, Matt. Matt, how do you feel? We've already raised $2.8 million for the Prevent Cancer Foundation.
I mean, we're just going to be setting records all week, right? That's what we've been doing.
I mean, you've seen all the world records we've had so far, right?
Yeah. What's another one? Let's just do more.
What's one more? And we have one more goal for all of you at home, because if we reach $3 million, we will not be seeing one. We will be seeing two Delta runes today, the normal route as well as the bonus Snowgrave route. So if you want to see the Snowgrave route, make sure to get that total number up to $3 million. You don't have to donate for anything specific. Just make sure you donate. Please do. It is an absolutely incredible run. And I am here to tell you about some of the amazing prizes that you can win if you donate to make that happen. We have so many prizes. What I'm going to give you is $50 minimum donation. Get in a $50 minimum donation. You're going to be entered into everything that I am about to talk about. Items like this lovely Deltarune Minky blanket sent to us from Core. It is as tall as I am and twice as wide. This thing is absolutely incredible. It's actually made from recycled Minky fabric as well. So this would have all been thrown out had it not been made into this amazing blanket. Instead, it's an amazing blanket you could win if you get your donation in.
Incredible.
From Miss Scarlett Tangier, we have 2 different amazing oil-on-canvas paintings here. We have the Metal Gear Solid-themed King of the Box painting. I mean, come on, Snake is indeed the King of the Box. You cannot deny it. As well as this beautiful Undertale-themed family painting showing the whole cast of, Undertale together. Asriel, Toriel, and Frisk,
Absolutely.
Absolutely beautiful. You could win both of them if you get your donations in. Let's talk about some other stuff, Matt, from Fangamer. We have this absolutely lovely Deltarune-themed Cyber City desk mat. You need a desk mat? You need a big desk mat? This is a big quality desk mat from Fangamer for you. Make sure to get those donations in. Thank you so much to Fangamer for sending those out to us. From Cute Monster Props, we have this absolutely awesome... Oh, I thought you were offering to hold it, Matt. That's fine. I'll hold it.
I don't touch anything that expensive.
It's so cool. It's a sculptor's idol replica from Sekiro here. The little statues you kind of save at and upgrade Sekiro's attributes at. Got a little version of it here. Super cool. I believe the flame actually glows in the dark as well if you light it up enough. So that is an excellent feature. Thank you so much to Cute Monster Props for sending that out to us. I'm just pulling prizes out from under this desk because we have so many cool ones. From Fangamer, we have these Metal Gear Solid Lentacular Codec pins. You got all of the characters from MGS here in their Codec, nameplate
I'm sure you
bases
can list them too, right?
Oh, yeah. Let me list them. So we have Snake. We have also Snake, I think. Yeah. I think that's a Snake clone. That's Otacon. That's Meryl. And that's another Snake.
No green Mario or anything?
No green Mario.
Oh, okay.
How accurate was I, Matt?
At least 1 out of 10 right.
All right. You know what? I will take it. Thank you so much to Fangamer for sending that out to us. From the extremely okay games dev team, we have what I would call an extremely okay game at the very least. We've got a physical copy of Celeste here, one of the best platformers of the decade, Matt. And on top of that, this isn't just a regular figular copy. This is signed by Maddie Thorson and the entire dev team of Celeste. You got Noelle on the front there as well. Super cool. Come on. It's even dated to AGDQ 2022.
That's incredible.
How could you not want that? It's a $25 minimum donation by itself, but I'm telling you, just get in a $50 minimum donation. You're going to be entered into everything I'm about to talk about. Make it happen. Also from Cute Monster Props, we've got 2 more cool little replicas here. We've got a Shine Sprite from the Super Mario Sunshine.
Shine Get.
You could Shine Get if you get your donations, as well as a Sunlight Medal from Dark Souls. Praise the sun in both forms.
Absolutely.
There you go.
That's a lot of light going around.
That is a lot of light. From Lalin of Lalin's Garden, Matt, we have this absolutely beautiful Zelda floral collection. It's a bunch of different flowers from Breath of the Wild, the Silent Princess, the Blue Nightshade, the Silent Violet, and the Saphinus, I think. These are not real flowers, obviously. I thought they
really?
were. Yeah, when Lalin emailed me, I thought these were real flowers, and I was like, Matt, can I convince you to let me ship live flowers somewhere? No, these are made from silk and fabric, and they are just absolutely masterfully crafted. $25 minimum donation. But again, I'm telling you, you're going to want to get a $50 minimum donation in. There's some cool stuff going on here.
Sen, I think I need to tell you, the recipes in Breath of the Wild also aren't real. Don't be trying those either.
Really, I can't just throw an onion into a pot and make food. I have been lied to.
Just make sure to clear that up after that last bit there. So, all right.
From Fangamer, we have an absolutely lovely Spampton G Spampton Fun Pack. Apparently, these sold out in like 5 minutes on Fangamer's website, and they don't have any more, but our friends at Fangamer managed to snag one for us. It comes with all of your favorite Spampton accessories, like this, this pencil. My personal favorite, this Do Not Disturb sign that says, go away, kid, I'm busy becoming God. Go play Minecraft or something. Very, very important. I, too, am frankly busy becoming God. I mean, of course, we have Pippus. How could you not want Pippus? What is Pippus? Don't worry about it. Putting it back in the bag. We don't mess with that here. Thank you so much to Fangamer for getting this for us. Get your donations in for it. Again, sold out like immediately on Fangamer's website. You can't buy it there anymore. Let's see, what else do we have here? We have so many cool things that I have just dropped some of it off the front of the desk, and that doesn't matter. Hey, Matt, let's talk about some PC accessories here.
Okay.
From Republic of Gamers, as an anonymous donation from just someone very kind enough to send these in, we have a set of their Gundam-themed crossover PC accessories. We've got a mouse, a headset, a keyboard with Cherry MX Blue keys. You can tell. I wasn't sure what switches were in this, so I tapped a few for Worm. Worm was like, yeah, that's blue.
Yep.
You can hear it. You can hear the blue.
Maybe even Gundam Blue, maybe.
Gundam Blue, yeah, absolutely incredible. The collaboration for these items is completely over. I think they retailed for about $400 when you could buy them directly from the manufacturer. At this point, who knows? But a $50 minimum donation, you could take home the set.
That's a hell of a deal.
That is indeed. From our friends over at Sega, we have an amazing Sega Mega Prize Pack. It has all kinds of great stuff in it. It's got a Nahobino plush that you can't get anywhere else except directly from Sega, as well as a collector's edition of Shin Megami Tensei 5 for the Nintendo Switch, a digital code for Super Monkey Ball Banana Mania for a console of your choice, as well as 4 Banana Mania-themed pins that come in little Super Monkey Ball gacha-style balls together. There's so many cool stuff in there. It comes with a copy of Sega Genesis Collection. Matt, I know you're a big Sega Genesis fan.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
It's got, everything you want there. It's got all the Streets of Rage series. It's got the Phantasy Star RPG series.
Oh, that's what I'm known for.
Oh, yeah, of course. Matt, there's a game I'm not mentioning. Matt is a big Spinball fan. Unfortunately, I do not believe it comes with Sonic Spinball, but it does come with an absolutely amazing collection of Sega Genesis games. $50 minimum donation. Make sure to get those donations in. $10 minimum donation until the end of the marathon from someone named Cent. Not sure who that is. We got a Nintendo Switch. I'm just saying, Nintendo Switch, $10. If you haven't gotten a $10 donation in already, you might as well.
It's $10.
It's $10. It's going directly to an amazing charity, and it's going directly to meeting that incentive for the Snowgrave route, right, Matt?
Yes, absolutely.
Indeed. Now, speaking of another great opportunity we have, Matt, GameStone Quick's doing something pretty special throughout the month of January, aren't we?
Absolutely. All your subs and bits that you're donating or that you're subscribing to right now on the channel will be donated to the charity from us for the month of January after taxes. So make sure you get those subs and bits in.
That is an excellent deal, and we always tend to put those in towards the end of the marathon. So
yes.
Make sure to stick around and watch for that because the drill is getting quite large, as far as I know.
Yes, it is enormous.
Indeed.
You guys
Thank you. So the best part about having Matt here is I don't have to fret about the wording of that. I can just point at Matt.
No, if I mess it up, then it's my fault, right?
Indeed. There are so many amazing prizes you could win available right now, even more than I had time to show off. Again, $50 is going to get you into every single non-grand prize available right now. But we should talk about the grand prizes as well, because behind you, Matt, we have a lovely Skytech Gaming Mark 9 gaming PC. It's got a 3070 Ti in it. Matt, you're a PC guy. 3070 Ti? Still pretty dang good card, right?
Yeah, I mean, it's really great because it actually exists.
The funny thing is that's not a joke.
No, of course not. I never tell jokes.
It's actually
serious.
It's impossible to get your hands on one of those right now. We know because this is actually the last one that Skytech Gaming even has. It could be yours. $250 cumulative donation throughout the marathon. You haven't already gotten $250 in yet. Make sure to do so because it's going to go to getting that Snowgrave incentive met, and it's also going to get you entered into both of our grand prizes, that PC, as well as a trio of amazing replicas from our friends over at Heroic Replicas. You get this lovely Hylian shield, as well as a Dark Link styled Master Sword, and a new Megaton hammer, solid metal, 30 pounds. You got to go over to gamesdonequick.com, check out a great picture of it, as well as all pictures of all of our prizes. We've got so many cool ones. While you're there, you can check on the progress of that Snowgrave incentive. Remember, we need $3 million to make that happen. But together, we have learned that you and me and any number of small animals with knives can make things happen. I believe in it. Let's go Twitch chat.
Twitch Prime.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to AGDQ 2022 Online, powered by Twitch. My name is the Tea Tree, and I'm so very, very glad to be here with you on a Saturday night. Sorry, not sure what happened there. In all seriousness, though, thank you for being here as we bring the week-long hype train into the station. Holy cangadero, chat! You've all been absolutely killing it with donations. Ah, there it is again. Weird. Anyways, we have so many donations, I want to match your energy and your pace by reading as many as I can. We have $150 from Jer, who says, Toby Fox is the GOAT, Shay is the GOAT, GDQ is the GOAT, 3 mil hype! We have $3,065 from the Classic Gamers of Colorado, who say, Hi there, Classic Gamers of Colorado here. So here's the deal. We hate cancer, but we love video games. So while watching killer runs all week, we have been pooling our donations together to do our part to help give cancer a much-needed KO. So from the bottom of our hearts and the wallets of many, many members, screw cancer and hype! $50 from ST, who donates to Prevent Cancer Foundation and says, All in for Snowgrave. Gamers beware, things appear foul in your special deal. And Fangamer sends in $20,000 and says, Hey everybody, Fangamer here. Wow, this is amazing. The Deltarune bonus game incentive has been met and the donation total is at $2.8 million and climbing. Let's see how quickly we can reach $3 million. Here's a little something to help us get there, made possible by everyone who has shopped the Fangamer AGDQ 2022 collection. We are breaking our previous GDQ sales records, and that's allowing us to donate more than ever before. With this $20,000 donation, we've reached a donation total of $100,000 from Fangamer, and it's all supporting the Prevent Cancer Foundation. Remember, you've got until the end of the event to pick something up at fangamer.com/GDQ. Thanks so much, Fangamer. Appreciate the reference to the collection. That will go away at the end of the event, which is in, chat, can you believe it? 2 more runs. Get out there, get yourself something good. I already made my purchases on Monday, but now is the time. $4,000 to Prevent Cancer Foundation from Captain Steele, who says, Let's go, everyone. Bonus game and $3 million. Klein Shrike sends in $25 and says, Too many excess donations? Take a gosh darn donation straight to Deltarune Speedrun. Appreciate the advice, Klein Shrike. We'll be right back after a very quick break. Stay hype.